main character's first fight, he had been really weakened, and so the male lead had taken him away, but the main character's pride wouldn't let him get help from the male lead, and the male lead noticed this and realized this. So he basically acts like he is very sick, that he has heat stroke, that he needs the main character to take care of them. And the main character's like, yeah, I can take care of you. I can help you. And so the main character's taking care of him when in actuality, the male lead is the one taking care of him. So after the male lead's third fight, the main character's like, well, the male lead probably needs me to take care of him, that he probably has heat stroke because how hot is out here. I need to go take care of him. And the male lead realized that the main character believed his lie, his trick. Like, he fully believed it. He hadn't realized the male lead had tricked him. And so the male lead has to go along with it, but he kind of enjoys it. He kind of likes that the main character wants to take care of him and provide for him. He likes it. So the main character, he has his second fight during the third round. And just like his first fight, he doesn't use his sword because, again, he can't get his sword to listen to him. Yes, he can use his quill to fight with a sword, but there are people higher ranking than him at this fight watching the fight, so he can't use it. Like, people will question him why his sword isn't working for him, so he has to not use it. Well, during his fight with the person he's going against in this round, he has no choice but to use the sword. Like, the sword comes out to help him and fight with him when the branch he's using to fight with breaks, and he was about to take a very brutal hit. The sword came out to help him, but he realized he didn't have enough Q to keep the sword going. Like, this sword is very powerful when you allow the main character to use it. Like, it has so much power. And it ran out. Now, everybody and the guy he was fighting against thinks the main character had basically stopped at the perfect time to not actually injure him or literally kill him. And everyone's like, oh, he's so soft-hearted. He's so kind and caring. Like, we need to protect him. And the main character's just telling them, hey, I just ran out of Q. I just ran out of power. Like, that is the reason why the fight was done at this moment. Like, yes, the main character won it, but he's trying to convince them of all the truth, but none of them sees it. They think he just stopped at the perfect time so he wouldn't hurt this dude, wouldn't kill this dude. Like, they're all like, oh, he's so good, he's so kind, we need to protect him. Like, everybody in the sack goes, we need to protect and care for him. Like, he is so lucky he has the male lead because everyone is shipping them in their sack. They think the male lead and the main character are meant for each other, and they're so happy that the main character and the male lead has each other, especially the main character having the male lead. Now, the girl who's part of the same sack as the guy who fought the main character in the third round, and she's the daughter of the sack leader, if I'm correct, goes to the main character and confesses to the main character her feelings from the dude has disappeared and gone to the main character, and the main character obviously rejects her. He turns her down. She's heartbroken about it and she leaves. And she runs into the male lead's Marshall sister who had feelings for the male lead until she saw the possibility between the male lead and the main character, and became his biggest supporter. She's back there being like, hey, I'm supporting you and the main character, be together. She's collecting her army of people who support and ship the male lead and the main character, and she comes to the girl and she tells the girl, yeah, I used to have the feelings for the male lead, and then I realized I idolized him. I didn't actually have feelings for him. And her bestie goes, yeah, I thought I had feelings for the chicken shop owner who makes my favorite chicken, and I realized that no, I just liked what he made. I didn't like him. And the girl who confessed to the main character realized she didn't like the main character. She realized she doesn't even know the main character. She was just infatuated with him for a short period of time. And she realized she didn't actually have feelings for the guy who fought the main character. Like, yeah, she's heartbroken, she got rejected twice, and then she realized that no, she didn't actually have feelings for them. And so I think she joins their army of shipping people. I enjoy the male lead's Marshall sister. She is such a cute. Now, it was pretty obvious that she had feelings for the male lead, but when she realized the male lead and the main character was a thing or could be a thing, she changed her feelings and became their biggest supporter, their biggest shipper. She gets her bestie to join in on it. She makes a bunch of picture shifts that basically states shipping on it, basically ship names, ship quotes, and she goes around passing them out to people for supporters, part of her little army. She goes and collects fans, and when she gets to the city where the competition is happening, she goes and meets up with the male lead to ask the male lead how his thing is going with the main character. And the male lead doesn't understand what she's asking, but basically gives her the answer she wanted to hear, and she's very pleased with herself. And she's also helping the main character and male lead have time with each other, be alone with each other, and trying to get more people in her little army. I also feel like she and the Ward God sister from Scum Saving System would have been besties. Like, they would have been each other's bigger supporters. They would help each other get their ships to happen. She would ask the War God sister to write her a book between the main character and the male lead. Like, they would just be great friends. And like I said, when it came to the Tempest Sword and the junior sack leader and the second Marshall brother, that there possibly is a ship somewhere going on between the three of them. I also think the male lead's Marshall sister and her bestie should be together. Like, they were already supporting each other before this whole ship thingy happened. They care for each other. She'd always step in and take the punishment when they were in trouble. Like, it's just perfect. She's also always cheering on her bestie. Like, why can't they be together? I'm like rooting for them. I want them to be together. The male lead, after he saw that confession, he literally turned a door into dust. Like, if the main character hadn't turned around after his conversation with the girl he rejected to turn around to see the male lead would have destroyed that entire courtyard. He would have destroyed the entire courtyard because someone confessed to the main character. He only ended up destroying the door. And I'm like, honey, you got yourself a yandere. You got yourself a man who's about to become a villain to have you all to himself. I just know it. I just know it. Before they had set out to go to the competition, the main character thought this was the perfect time. He was like, oh, the Melly might be becoming a villain, which is, fine with me. I'll be the one to push him down the path of becoming a villain. Villain versus villain. Big bad versus big bad. I'll be the worst one because I turned him into the path. He will still be the protagonist, but he'll be a villainous protagonist. That is perfectly fine with me. And now he doesn't have those feelings. He just wants to be good besties with the Melly. He wants to support the Melly. He wants the Melly to support him. He doesn't want to even be the big bad anymore. And he even forgets he has the system until he says a line that gets the system to advocate and basically make him look even more soft-hearted and delicate and weak in the eyes of everybody when he says the line. And the line was a perfect villain line, but because of the system, it comes out very delicate, very tsundere, very hard on the outside but soft on the inside vibes. And he's like, oh, I forgot you were there. I also love that these emoji thingies happen. Like, those text like emojis you make when you use texting instead of actual emojis, you make the emojis from text messages. Yes, those show up all the time to show the main character's emotions, and he's always excited and happy when it comes to the male lead, or he can do something for the male lead, and I just find it super adorable. And then one was hilarious is when the system didn't work the way he needed the system to, or he ended up in the situation he ended up in, it's the emoji of throwing the table across the room. It had me laughing. I enjoy when I see those little emojis.